books. I'm sorry I'm talking so low. I will go ahead and put the higher volume, because everybody in my house is asleep. It's almost midnight and I just finished the book, and I did wanted to give you a first impression kind of thing, just right off the press. So, if you want to go ahead and see a review of the A Darker Shade of Magic book by V.E. Schwab, go ahead and keep watching. First of all, sorry I'm such a mess. I literally just finished reading it. I just had to go get me a glass of water because my throat is so dry from not talking. And apparently talking in a very slow voice and very low voice makes my throat hurt. Which is weird, I know, but whatever. Anyways. So, my first impressions on A Darker Shade of Magic by Victoria Schwab. I have to say it was not what I expected, and in some points it's a good point, and in some points it's a bad point. And you know what I'm talking about here in a minute. So, I've started this book a while back, and it didn't capture me for some reason. Still, I kept it because I know I was going to have a second book coming out very soon this year, and I wanted to give it a try. So I kept it. I kept going back and forth. At the end, I started having to reread it again completely. So my thoughts on it are, and here's the overview of the book, is that there are more than one London. There are spaces in time where other Londons exist. They don't necessarily mean that are going to be the same. They actually differ. And there is this Antari, which is a magical being that can cross between worlds, enter Kel. Kel is an Antari that lives in Red London. Identifies it as so because it has a red gleam to the city. The city is very rich. The cities that is still prospered out of the four that are known to him that he can cross through. Now his magic is blood magic, is born with him. He has it. He has to talk in spells and stuff like that, but he doesn't have anything but himself to source magic from. And there's Lila, and she's a native of Grey London. She's a thief, and she doesn't have any parents. She doesn't remember anything from her childhood, and she lives in one of the places that Kel does business in every world, which is a tavern that changes names from place to place, but they're still there, and is one of the few constants that he can definitely count on, and something that he can travel to from world to world, that he can see and visualize, I believe. So the whole story, it's about how he's doing something that he is not supposed to, and that brings him into trouble. Trouble it being the destruction of the worlds as they know him. And there's another Antari. Now, Antari is not something that apparently grows on trees. Antaris are very extinguished by now. There's only two, Kel and another one that you're going to meet in the book, and he's not very pleasant. And Lila is going to enter the book because she's going to steal something from Kel that he's holding very dear. Now, the problems that I have with this is that it spends a lot of time explaining things to you, which when you have four worlds, you definitely have to do. But my problem with it is that somehow things are more complicated in Kel's head than they actually ought to be. And it's not a thing that he caused the circumstance as much as he walked into the circumstance. And when you reach the end of the book, I can't help but think, well, that's easy. You couldn't have figured that out 200 pages before that? I had to read the whole 300 and some pages for you to figure that out. Other than that, I think it is very well written. The only reason I gave it 3 out of 5 stars is because I think it was closer to 3.5 than to 4. For me particularly, because I wish this story would have caught me more. I was so looking forward to a whole nother world for actually a person that could cross between them, and somehow the story spends a lot of time crossing 2 to 4 and running away than doing something precise. I think something that should have been done towards the reaching of the ending, and I'm trying really hard in here not to spoil it for you, but I will say the last 50 to 60 or so are very moved. Hell breaks loose in the last chapters, and somehow it seemed like it was not going to be able to wrap up in that very small amount of pages that you had. Somehow it does, and it does it very well. And I like the ending, and it's very hard to believe that there's a book right after this because it closes up so good. However, I think I know where it comes from. The second book. There's things that need to be done to dispel evil magic. There's things that need to be done to dispel the king and queen, which happen to be brothers from White London, and Ella and Kel have to work together to save the people that Kel loved in the process. And Lila gets an adventure out of it, which is pretty much what she was looking for and what she was trying to get all the while. Meantime, I think the book is before that. It's all about Kel getting his butt kicked and Lila saving it. So that is pretty much my problem with it. For somebody that has so many powers, for somebody that has magic within them, his butt kicked so many times throughout the book, and she gets him out of trouble so many times. So I'm hoping that this is the first book, the one that would explain most of the stuff, and then the second books will be more somehow. So here's 2 more. I think that is all that I have. I will post a bigger review with a lot more spoilers on the iGeekBooks blog. The link is down below, www.igeekbooks.com, all of that together, no spaces. I will see you guys over there. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more videos that I will be back soon with. And there's also the 2016 reading challenge. The video was down there. I'll try and put a link down below to that video as well, because I'm trying to figure out how to put it here on the screen so you can click, but I haven't figured that out yet, so hopefully I'll figure that out. Okay, you guys, I'll see you soon. I hope you enjoyed. Talk to me in the comments below why you liked it, why you didn't like it, what held you in between if you're like me, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Hope you have a good one.